to Litopolis, final dream of the late Tahaka.
I have heard the stories.
A guide will show you your new house. Welcome, friend. A new life awaits you here in Litopolis, the city of Horus. Come, find your path, and walk into a new age with us.
No deal.
Dio que
High position get it.
Welcome to Mered's wares, traveler. Well, what do you think?
junk?
Be off then.
I haven't finished.
Are you blind? I've nothing left to show you.
But you've much to tell me. About the hyena.
Ah, funny. As it turns out, that happens to be the most expensive thing I'm offering.
Funny indeed.
Delivery upon payment. Do you have enough to barter with me?
Yeah. Your absurd fee. Now what can you tell me?
The hyena is not her real name. Easy, easy. A poor attempt at humor, I'm afraid.
Where can I find her?
Her name is Khaliset. A favor. Some customers of mine took my horse after a dispute. Their camp lies in a quarry just south of here. Take my man, retrieve my horse, and I'll give you what you came for.
How you found yourself in Apollodorus' company escapes me.
You'll get it for me. If Apollodorus wants my continued service.
You are friends with Mered?
Barely. He's a necessary ally.
Mered rarely keeps protectors as allies. He doesn't trust authorities. But he pays well. And very few pay at all here in Giza. Cannot trust this sand in your hand.
What can you tell me of the hyena? This Khaliset girl.
We speak one word, and we are hyena food. Nice try. Come on, be on guard. We have a horse to retrieve.
Hang on. Hope you can prevent your dying, fool. Die! Wait a second. Eat this!
This area is off limits.
Hey! Going to kill you!
Hey! This must be Mered's horse. He neglected to tell me his customers were bandits.
Enjoy your final minutes. Almost there. You're finished.
Hyena! Hey!
must get away!
Getting tired? Mine now! I'll have your guts out!
You're back! Well, look at this!
You failed to mention it was in the possession of bandits.
Slipped my mind. Good. Stronger than mine.
I thought you said it was yours.
Yes, of course it is. You've done good by me, my friend.
Then you'll deliver as promised.
My word is my word. But I've one more thing to ask of you.
Done with your games.
All right. The hyena lives in a cavern, just over those hills. Day and night she roams the desert collecting silica, precious teardrops of the gods. What has happened to those who have interfered is best left unsaid.
If I find you've led me on another futile chase, it won't be my words that hit your ears.
1,000 promises. I have no reason to defy you. Don't die out there! Khaliset takes shelter in a cave in the hills behind Menkaure.
Do not let her take me! I do not want to... Mercy! Thank you, Magi.
The hyena, where is she?
I do not know. I'm the only one left. She took the others away hours ago.
Took them where?
She kills them. I know it. Her hands. Oh, gods. Her hands are so bloody.
Peace, friend. You are free. I will deal with Haliset. Where is Haliset taking captives? And why? Khufu's tomb. She has detailed every crevice. Ah, she has not finished. That is where I will find her. I will head to the pyramids. hyenas. Khaliset must be inside.
You! Who dares to enter here where silence has befallen her?
A Magi who has treaded many dunes to find you. Hide if you must, Hyena. But this tomb will not protect you.
I demand that you stop here. Turn back now and I will excuse this intrusion.
Siwa was an intrusion.
Foolish man, I am Iset, possessor of magic. The gods live here, not you.
What sort of mischief is she entertaining?
Be gone! Osiris cannot be disturbed.
This trapdoor. What is it protecting?
Heathen! The wakeful one is asleep! Go no further, or I will drench these arid plains with your blood!
What is this place? A tomb beneath a tomb. Is this where you hide, Hyena? What gruesome madness happened here? A duck, still warm, and the ceremonial knife. This was a sacrifice. What gruesome madness happened here? Alistair drew these symbols here. Was she trying to figure out their meaning? What gruesome mad... This sarcophagus is decorated with goddesses of the Mother. Strange symbols are marked all over it. Offerings to Osiris, protector of the dead. I think I know what dark deeds Khaliset was after here. Khaliset was doing a ritual. She began by calling to Osiris with these offerings. She used a knife to sacrifice her captives. She collected their blood for some dark purpose. She was attempting to learn these strange symbols. She must have found them in this room. When she knew the symbols, she carved them here, and ended the ritual with one final prayer over the sarcophagus. Khaliset must be trying to bring someone back to life. But just who is buried down here?
Retransmission, Segment 3, Acquiring Contemporaneity. It has been 95 days since the Great Catastrophe. The messenger speaks. You must be wondering why I've reached out to you. It was written, you see, that you would come to this particular chamber at this very moment in time. The walls told us of your coming when we once were. Look at them. Are they not fascinating? These walls tell of a tragic story. A story we transcribed on our structures, on our artifacts. A story we cannot alter. A mystery defying us in plain sight. We tried. Our scholars and scientists, poets and physicists, bright minds, rebellious hearts. They all tried so hard to bring about change. We all failed. None could change what we discovered, the stories written into the walls of these rooms. By whom, we never knew. We know they tell of the future that is, the future that was, and the future that is yet to come. The zeros. We failed at modifying the line. We failed at adding a single dot. It was clear we were to be messengers at best. But messengers to whom? To you. We removed our ability to read those stories from your original template. A doorway that is also a puzzle. We must find a solution. Those were Brutus's words when he visited the vault under the Colosseum more than 2,000 years ago. He drew the vault, sketched it to the best of his abilities, but he could not see. Just as you are blind, you may read your watch, you may read hourglasses and calendars, but you cannot grasp beyond that simplistic surface. For now, the true reading of time still escapes you. And so today, the curtains pulled and the Eros is shown, tragic and complete. Those walls you might never read. Events yet unfold as written. But something, anything must change. You do not understand what is at stake. The reader has no power. He is but an observer. But the author? The author invents the future. The author owns the future. A future where zeros are avoided. A future where a loved one can be revived by the drafting of a new chapter. A future where humankind is more than it is today. A future where, just perhaps, we can all still exist together.
Child.
My child!
You lost your child.
I haven't. Her rest is temporary. You have intervened on her reawakening.
And yet you aligned yourself to the Order. Ravage this tomb. Haliset!
Don't you dare say my name! My name does not merit your lips, you who have dishonored her. I am a good mother. Yeah! You're no match for me, desert scum! Come and meet me, coward! You are no different than any of the others who have come before you. Come, fight me if you must. Then your blood will be part of my daughter's resurrection. I will bury you in the sand.
Rises, and the sand with it.
Now I will show you what happens to those who desecrate my daughter's tomb. Yeah! from this defiler.
I have come only for you, Hyena. The gods need not be involved.
You have infringed upon Ije's place of rest, trespasser. The gods are already involved. And so you will find the same fate as all other trespassers. Death by my hand!
You are in pursuit of the impossible, Haliset. No measure of magic can bring our children back. Let's keep my mouth closed. Damn you!
My child will come back through the powers of those who came before.
Only the gods came before.
Some came between the gods and us. It is their gift. without my Ishe by my side. Be thankful. Your blood will help bring her back.
Your daughter is dead, Ali said. Nothing will return her. Nothing can.
I will save my daughter no matter the cost. Enough of your pointless words.
Then heed my weapon instead, Hyena.
This is who they send after me? He bugs on my beasts of fierce.
You would be best to give yourself up, Halise. I know your pain.
You know nothing of my pain.
No child would want this from their parents, Hyena.
Do not speak of what my... Do I walk among the dead now?
A just end. You defiled the dead, and enabled the people who killed my son. All on a selfish whim.
No. I gathered the silica for them. It powered the magic stone of those who came before. You saw it, didn't you? These symbols only needed to be learned.
It is not meant for us!
It makes no difference now. I wanted to protect my daughter in life and death. I have done neither. Osiris! Please grant me reunion. She walks alone in the fields of reeds. Am I to remain in the Duat forever? I just want my daughter back! Please!
May you find your daughter in the afterlife, Khaliset. May the Lord of the Duat guide you. Speak to Pasharemka right away. He's likely at the Great Temple.
Perhaps we forgot some part of the ritual.
I will vomit if I hear more. Have no doubt of this. If our child dies, I die.
No, my Lotus, do not speak like that.
I must go to the seer's house. Leave me be.
High Priest.
I'm sorry.
I have come to seek the lizard.
Oh, the lizard. One more affliction for Memphis. The city withers in the darkness of a curse. Disease, pestilence, the poison stink of the air. The ape is ghoul-sickened nearly unto death. Gods have abandoned us. The people look to me for guidance, but I am as lost as they.
Hush!
Apis, how have we wronged you?
Hush!
The curse touches even my own house. My wife, Timehotep, has miscarried 3 times this year. She's with child again, but if she loses a 4th...
I will look into this curse.
My wife's seer can help. His house is to the southwest.
If the gods are responsible, I will kneel beside you as they strike us down.
Grow, O light! Come forth, O light!
My child!
Oh! You have come at last.
Who is this man?
He is the deliverer. Many years I have waited for him.
What?
Quick! Help me dream my child away from death!
Let us proceed with the ritual. Bring me the cauldron. I am the master of secret things. The form of the soul that rests in the heavens. I am servant to the great god, who gives light exceedingly. I am the companion of the flame. Sothis, reveal yourself here today and answer me without falsehood. Let your eyes be opened. Devoid of moisture, come forth from the stream. Sothis, let their eyes be opened.
Let your eyes be opened!
Mountains of sand. What is this god's forsaken place? Is someone there? What is that? Some kind of tool? I must keep moving, or be swallowed by the desert. That shadow, that is the Soul Eater. Oh, you doorkeepers who guard your portals, who swallow souls and who gulp down the corpses of the dead. What a journey I have made, the things I have seen. I am but one of you. Anubis, Lord of the Dead. Did that crazy old fool poison me? Ah! Poison. I am he who drives off the destructive one. You will not devour my heart! Protect me! I am he who knocks the cord and lashes the shrine together. I take the bow, I sweep the side so others can be hurt. I am he who drives off the destructive one. You will not devour my heart! I take the bow and sweep the sky with it! You will not devour my heart! Doesn't it? I have traveled through the tomb. Dark and lonely ground. I am here now. I have come.
Will you teach me to hunt?
They are returned, safe from him, who would close their eyes in darkness.
My child lives.
Praise to the gods.
What do you see?
Your enemy and hers are the same. Refuse. The temple food, he who prepares it, poisons your womb with flesh of the dead. Go and slay the poisoner, and lift Memphis out of evil.
Praise to him who will deliver us all.
Aya!
My love. Are you well?
Better for seeing your face.
There is a strangeness in your eyes. What afflicts you?
Dreams. Of our son.
Bayek.
The High Priest's wife has been poisoned. Her seer claims that her poisoner is our enemy.
The lizard?
I believe so.
The Apis bull is also at the point of death. Let's go to the temple. We can speak more of your dreams on the way. Come, we'll take a boat for speed. So, how does it feel to be Magi to the whole of Egypt?
Like trailing after an ant colony sometimes. But I am proud to serve those in need.
As am I. And proud to serve the Queen.
Have you spoken to the High Priest?
Yes, in advance of the Queen's arrival.
She's coming to Memphis?
Yes.
The exiled ruler appears in the heart of old Egypt. That will set the young Ptolemy on notice.
It lifts my heart to see you, Bayek.
Aya, you are the one joy left in my life. I want you at my side again.
I am bound to the Queen's service.
And our bond?
It means as much as ever. But we have seen the Order's evil now.
We can fight it, shoulder to shoulder.
I've promised the Queen.
What has she done for you that I have not?
She lifts my gaze to the horizon. I will never stop mourning what we lost. Never. But I must make a world that is larger than our griefs, so that no mother ever again lives what I have lived.
After I killed the lizard.
After you kill the lizard, I will leave Memphis.
Then I will follow. Let us hunt together, as we did before.
You said dreams troubled your mind. Do you want to tell me of them?
No. I would rather not burden you.
We will need to speak of it someday, once the sands have settled.
Once the sands have settled? When will that be?
Soon, I hope.
Where should we begin?
Check the god's enclosure. I'll speak to the priestesses.
Of course. Give me the dung heap job. The best way out is through. Bitch bits. Half my father's herds died because of this. I should search the place where the god's food is stored. I will have you soon, poisoner. Hey, do you feed the Apis bull?
No. Them girl priestesses take care of all of that.
Do you know where his fodder is kept?
In that building over by the stairs. But they shut it up last week when the bull got sick.
My thanks. The bull's sickness could come from his food. But it is too soon to say. I need more evidence. Pasharemta would use a taster for the god's water. Pasharemta would use a taster for the god's water. Your coat has lost its luster, Shining One. And your flanks are hollowed. Hathor give you strength. These are offerings to the bull. They seem sound. Food for the bull. The rest is likely stored inside the shed. Peach bits. If the Apis bull was fed with these, that would explain his sickness. And the necklace here. One of the twin priestesses wore something like it. Let us see if the other is missing a weight from around her neck.
We bless his grain.
As I thought. This is a subtle way of poisoning an animal.
My sisters, this is surely an accident.
One, maybe. But not a bushel.
We had to save Pantratus!
Hey! Who?
Our brother! Bandits ripped him away from us as we walked in the market. They forced us to poison the god. They told us they were going to feed our brother to crocodiles and the sweet. We have not slept through the night since.
I'm so sorry. We had no choice. We never...
Something's wrong. These are not curses.
The Order is surely behind this. Go to the Temple of Hathor without me. The twins cannot be left alone.
No deal. Oh. Hyena.
This area is off limits.
On my way! Hang on.
My sisters surely weep for my return. And the girls in the tavern weep for mine. But they'll be just as surely disappointed. None of you are moved by human kindness? I almost feel sorry for you. Save your pity for the tavern girls.
Hey, what?
Don't leave me here with these
Are you Panchotis?
I am. Praise the gods for bringing a strong warrior to save me.
You are injured. I will carry you home.
way!
Tell me about your kidnapping.
Best not to speak of it out in the open. Besides, my wounds are making me very tired. Here is my house. Before we go inside, let us speak. I prefer to spare my sisters the ugliest details of my story.
Of course.
The man who ordered my abduction is a priest of Anubis at the Great Temple.
A priest in Pasharemta's circle. How can I find him?
He wears a blue scarf and has a terrible cough.
The lizard. He is marked.
Pantratis! Are you hurt? Did they mistreat you?
They kept me tied up, fed me little but crusts of bread fit for beggars.
So?
This is the lizard's work. And so I must stain my hands with another priest's blood.
The Order is everywhere. To protect Egypt, I would kill 1,000 priests. You and I are pledged to violence. Now. And always.
Pasharemta should know of this.
He waits at the palace. I have horses for us nearby. Shall we race, like we did in Siwa?
Only if you're ready to lose.
Bold words. I will see you back them up. Eat my dust!
What is the price for winning?
You'll never find out! You're slower than Ramses, and he's been dead a few years now.
You can't keep that pace!
Try me! Faster, beast, faster! I need to prove a point!
Seems I have come out on top.
Seems you have.
We all have weaknesses.
Yes, and yours is winning graciously.
What is this about?
The Queen is about to speak. Let's go and listen.
Bean!
As they rule, the gods curse our land, withholding the river's floods. But as the living goddess ascends the throne, the waters will rise again. Through me, Memphis shines as rubies set in gold. Through me, Egypt triumphs. I cannot lose them. They must know my voice is that of the goddess.
queen.
The Apis bull persists in ailing.
We have found the cause of his sickness. He was poisoned.
Who did this?
The twin priestesses.
Have them boiled to death inside a bronze bull.
Goddess, no.
They were coerced. Their brother was kidnapped by a priest of Anubis with a blue scarf and a cough.
Hetepi? But he is amongst my closest advisors.
Those living in one's shadow are the least worthy of trust.
If even Hetepi is against me.
Your wife and child were threatened by him, but now they are safe. We can overcome this.
The priests of Anubis will be conducting rites in the Great Temple. Look for their masks.
My blade will serve as well as his.
No, that's me.
I care not who kills the priest. Let it be done before we head to Heraklion in the north.
Wait. Tanun the Father breathes strength into your arm.
Tanaten.
Is that the man I seek? How many priests of Anubis? What is it, Hetepi? Hetepi hides among his brothers.
Nachte. Hiert and bed.
Only one of these priests has to die. I must strike carefully.
At the ready.
A priest of Anubis is dead! Sound the alarm! Worms, take you!
The lizard! The priest who cursed Memphis!
I serve the ways of old Egypt.
Old Egypt asks a heavy price. Innocents, mutilated. Children ripped from the womb. The high priest's name abused.
His name was Muk before you arrived. The masses are the cattle of the gods, driven by the herdsman's whip. You are one of them, Bayek. You are a cow!
It is will that drives me. Not fear.
Oh, yes? And who passes the whip over your back? Who demands that you stay in your car with my death?
I have my gods. Now face yours. should report to the others.
Do it!
Mine now.
Gamer wen nesu.
At the ready. Ready to serve.
Hey.
My queen, they acted only to lift the threat on their brother's life.
Curses will trouble you no more.
Hetep. What could have driven him to such madness?
Memphis is yours again.
Ours.
These dark matters settled, we can finally prepare for the festival of Apis.
May demons feast on Hetepi's car. And may those guilty of Chemo's death soon follow. It is agony to leave you, but I must go on alone.
Aya,
I will stand by my duty.
where will your duty take you?
North, to set the sea aflame.
I walk on your water.
I hope we will hunt together again soon. Until then, let us take this night as ours.
seems I'm not the first visitor today.
Otefres!
Nick, he's not here. I need to find out where my informant is. Ah, who would have done such a thing? What were you protecting, boy? A lot of damage, but no blood or signs of a fight. Maybe he fled before this happened. These scrolls tell me nothing useful. I should check upstairs. The child's doll. Oh, I'm gonna kill this naked-eared crocodile.
Greek and Egyptian knowledge joins.
Scrolls and ink. Ah, nothing that tells me where Hotefres has gone. Wait, feathers. From a messenger pigeon.
The new Fayum promises peace and plenty. A new age of wealth under the guidance of Greek innovation. Prosperity for all. Prosperity for all. With increased acquisition of Egyptian land.
A letter left behind by my informant. It looks like he fled, but the soldiers caught his servant. If the servant is still alive, he'll know where Hotefres is. They'll be holding him at the nearby military camp. Guards here are vigilant.
Hang on. Hyena! Your time has come. How much further, you I see you! Go. Better keep my gun.
Please. I told you everything I know. Who are you?
A friend. Hold still and stay quiet. I will get you out of here.
hold on.
Hey, wait! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Don't face me, damn it! Ha! Yeah!
Gods, thank you. Did Hotefres send you?
No, but I must find him. I need his help to find the crocodile. Will you help me?
Hotefres took a trader's ship to Lake Moeris. It has a large statue on board, and is marked by our symbol. The crocodile has hired mercenaries to find him.
Then I must hurry. Get somewhere safe. Be well.
So, now they send the son of Egypt against me. It has been a long time since I spilled so much blood.
I was sent by Polydorus. We share a common interest.
Who are you? And what do you want, eh?
I'm Bayakosiwa, and I seek information on the crocodile.
The phantom that has brought Fium to its knees. What could you want with him?
He belongs to a group that is destroying Egypt. I intend to hunt every last one of them down.
Bayek of Siwa, you don't know what you are up against. The crocodile has transformed not only the land, but the people. Those who do not cower in fear are made to work for him.
And you have no idea who the crocodile is?
I stole a ledger from a Greek magistrate I suspect of corruption. It should reveal the identity of this crocodile. And if we get it to Apollodorus, we may be able to bring down the whole organization.
Where's the ledger now?
I gave it to my wife Hyena to hide. As long as the Ptolemies think it's with me, my family is safe. That is why I have to stay on the move. Here. This will tell Henut you are a friend to be trusted. It is for my daughter, Shadia. Once you have the ledger, find me at the docks south of Euhemeria. Bayek, take a look around my ship before you go. I keep records of local problems which may have the Crocodile at their root. They may interest you, as a Magi.
Entire villages of people have disappeared in Senharis. There are rumors at the caravanserai that demons have invaded. Demons? I have never seen one. I should check this out. Who is this shrine dedicated to?
I am praying for the people killed by fires in Dionysius. Someone is burning down their farms. You, Magi, could help to stop it.
I will try to help. What are you doing?
A mysterious plague has struck the poor in Euhemeria. Their bodies are being burned, cursing their souls for eternity. They will never reach the field of reeds. I am trying to find a cure for them. There is always a cure. I just need the right combination.
Burning the dead? What madness is this? My need is great. This area is off limits.
People all, there is no grain. They have burned our farms and driven us out. Where will we get our food? We know what Greek prosperity.
We need to clean this place up and get it running again.
Henut?
Yes.
Hotefres sent me. I am here to help. And I have your daughter's doll.
Great. I was awaiting word from my man. Thank you. Come, eat and we can talk.
Oh, I doll, Bayek. I will name her Iset, and she will be the protector of all Fayum.
Ever since Hotefres got a hold of that ledger, Fayum has been on edge. Soldiers with torches patrol every night, and this alms kitchen was practically razed to the ground. They have left Shadia and me alone at least. Hotefres has made sure of that.
Where is the ledger now?
I instructed our most loyal servant to hide it in our villa. They can search the place as many times as they want. They will never find it.
Can you take me there?
I have been summoned to the lighthouse for another of their routine investigations.
That may not be safe. The Ptolemaic authorities seem to be working with the Crocodile.
It happens every few days. Don't worry. They wouldn't dare touch someone in an official position. Shadia, show Bayek the way to our home.
Come on, Uncle Bayek! You can see my house from that roof! Follow me! You are not afraid of heights, are you?
Hey, lead on, little one. I will follow.
Necher.
Are you Hyena? Where did you learn to climb like that? That looks like fun. I come up here a lot. Everything looks so beautiful. The people should be happy, but they are not.
Don't worry. Your mother and father will look after them. Where is your house?
On the hill there. See it?
Yes. And soldiers. Thank you, Shadia. You should go back to your mother now. It might get dangerous.
Nothing bad will ever happen to me. Iset can fight, you know. She will protect me. La la la, la la la.
Bye, Shadia. You and Iset enjoy your life. I must be careful now.
Did we find the ledger?
Not yet, but it won't be long. The captain is upstairs questioning the servant.
Stupid Egyptian Vlachos. Henut is a marked woman. Loyalty to her will get them killed.
I don't like the...
Hey now!
Where is it? They said it would be
Gods.
here.
Shadia wrote this. She has the ledger. And I sent her back to her mother. I have to find Henut before the soldiers get to her. Shadia, what have you done, little one? You cannot play games with the crocodiles. Have you seen Henut? Is she here?
The soldiers just came and took her to the lighthouse. Young Shadia too. Hanot argued with them, but they would not listen. Something is wrong, isn't it? This has never happened before.
Get word to Hotefres. Hurry! Damn all this! Henut and Shadia are at the lighthouse. I need to get there now!
And which shall we do? While we go...
Hot! Stay there!
What have we done? Gods, what have we done?
Easy, brother. The crocodile did this.
Hey, you! Stop! Wait a second. There is no escape.
Stop attack!
Hey now!
Death for you!
Shadia. Shadia.
It is over. The crocodile has won. The ledger lost. My daughter, Shadia. He has taken everything from us.
He will pay for this. And all those who serve him.
None of that will bring Shadia back.
No. But at least you'll have the comfort of revenge. We both will.
I hope so. I will do anything I can to help you, brother.
Has he not been able to tell you anything?
Only that there were other men with the soldiers. Large, imposing warriors. One red-haired.
Bandits? Soldiers?
I believe they were gladiators. From the arena in Crocodilopolis. It seems this monster uses fighters to do his bidding.
I will find this monster, friend. He will die. The gladiatorial arena. So the crocodile recruits from this place for his personal army. I need to find out more about it. Excuse me. What can you tell me about this place?
Can't you see? It's an arena for Roman blood sport. Barbaric, if you ask me. But it's found favor with those desperate to forget their troubles. It used to be a temple. It should have been left that way.
Veridovix, the loyal servant of death. His scythe will ever reap the unworthy. Hey, Neb. What can you tell me about the men who fight here?
Men?
These are not men, they're gods. You've never seen such savage warriors. They could break you in half with one strike.
Ah. Do any of them have red hair?
Gods among gods, have you never heard of the brothers from Gaul? Can't you feel their eyes on you? Their statues are beside me.
Sir!
Are you the owner here?
Yes, I am the owner. Felix Martialis. Who are you? Another rough-knuckle no-name seeking fame?
I only want entry to the arena. I heard you have got a fighter worth watching. With red hair?
Ah, you mean the Gallic brothers. You heard right. But let me save you some time, camel boy. You cannot afford it. Now piss off before you scare away someone who can.
Sir, this man wears a Magi badge.
Ahmed, what? Ah, I do not even care. Can you fight? You look the part, like a vicious, mangy dog. Nah. I have already got an Egyptian. A huntress from Siwa, who's worth 3 of you. She frequents the obelisk in the East End if you want an impromptu beating.
It is the only way inside this arena. Fight in the streets, and the gladiator can bring you in.
So, the Gallic brothers are involved in Shadia's murder. Why are they doing the Crocodile's bidding? I need to get inside and learn more. The arena owner mentioned a C1 gladiator to the east at an obelisk. I wonder if I know her. Siwa is a small place. I should go and see.
Areas in the north of the city. Egyptians will join their brethren in the south, where security will be improved.
Out of the way!
What do you think you're doing?
Move! Hurry!
There's the C1. Wait. That looks like...
Bayek? My friend! My brother! Oh! Ho ho! Shit, it's good to see you. What are you doing in Fayum?
I heard this was a good place to prosper. Hmm? But I never expected to find you here, Kensa.
What can I say? I heard the call of the arena! Can you believe it? I am a gladiator now. Huh? But come. Let us talk. And drink. I'm telling you, Bayek, I am so close to my dream. If only I was given the chance, I know I could become champion. I mean wealth, luxury, fame. What more could a woman want? Huh?
That's why I came to Fayum. To make a new life for myself and bury the past. But I was turned away from the arena doors.
So you have finally given up trying to put the world to rights. Good. Such things are impossible. Felix is slow to trust outsiders. But do not worry. With my backing, we'll soon be fighting side by side. First, we drink. And in the morning, we can go to the arena for the proper introductions. It's good to have you here, old friend.
All in Crocodilopolis, segregation of Greek and Egyptian communities is now necessary. Everyone will benefit from the new arrangement.
Πού γυρνός και τι πρέπει.
I want this man to be my partner.
As it happens, the Iberian was torn apart by lions yesterday. I may have an opening. And if Kensa vouches for you?
You will need a title if you're going to team up, though. How about the Siwan Warriors?
I think the Guardians of Siwa would be more fitting.
Is that memorable enough for you?
I have heard worse. Come inside. This is where combatants wait their turn on the saddle. What you smell is sweat, blood, and not a little offal. If you are predisposed to shit in your armor, this is where to do it. There is no pharaoh or god in the arena to protect you, Magi. This is where you will probably die. Try to do it with drama. It pleases the crowd. On the off chance you live, you will be rewarded with glory and fame. And another chance to die. Such is the short but luminous life of a gladiator. All right, who do we have? Ah, there is Callistos. Callistos, a former soldier of Ptolemy who claims to know how to handle a sword. Horus, he was my best fighter once, but age ruins us all. He's not much more than a bedpan now. He trains the novices.
Is that armor from Ptolemy's army?
Most of the fighters cannot afford their own armor. In any case, it is soon ruined. The army does not miss a few suits here and there, and it adds to the authenticity. Speaking of authenticity, in the arena, you use the weapons I give you. There are no exceptions. You already know Kensa, whose glowing but suspect recommendation brought you here.
Bayek! Crocodilopolis welcomes another champion!
Or another bag of blood and shit. I want to see if he can fight. And who better to test him than the one who recommended him?
What do you say? Ready to draw sword, old Magi?
Let's see if you have improved.
Feel this one. Not bad, old man!
How's that for all? You need more style and flash. But you have got a pleasing vicious streak for a sand dog. Okay, Kensa. You've got a new partner. We open the door soon. Be ready.
These are the scraps that Felix wants to throw our way? They make a poor meal, my brother.
I'm going to slice off your balls and feed them to you. Our main obstacle to glory, the Gallic brothers.
I know who they are.
Are you well, my friend? You seem distracted. Don't worry, you will lose your nerves after the first fight.
I'm fine. But you have not yet told me how you came to be here.
Now that is a story. I was taken as a slave during Ptolemy's time in Siwa. A sick beast named Septimius and his clan were going to use me. But I managed to get a sword and make my escape. I traveled here where Felix took me in and trained me. But enough about the past, huh? I can't tell you how happy I am to share this good fortune with you. Soon the crowd will worship you. Almost as much as they worship me.
Yes, yes. Let us split the sand in two with our swords.
Oh, you are primed indeed. Let Felix know when you are ready for our first match. The sooner we start, the sooner we are champions!
We are ready.
Are you? Everyone thinks they are ready till they get a fist in the face. I am starting you against a few novices. If you survive, we will talk about more. 2 warriors against the odds. The crowd love unfair fights. Do not disappoint them. Or me.
Are they screaming for our blood or for theirs?
Any blood will do. No such thing as innocent here. Do not stain your blade, brother. They certainly will not. Every man here knows the risks.
You have taken to this new life easily.
Can you see the look on their faces? They adore me, Bayek. The men, the women. I have everything I could want.
They're off to the start. These 2 sand bandits are tougher than they look.
Fighting like this, my friend, will catch the eye of a wealthy patron.
And what then?
Then a whole new world of opportunity, my friend. The best gladiators are sent on special missions and earn more coin than you can imagine.
Then let us make sure they notice us.
Victory for the Guardians of Siwa! The new darlings of the arena! Who knows how far they can go? Pairing you 2 toe-stubbers was one of my best ideas. The crowd loves you.
I told you we were destined for greatness, Felix.
Greatness? Oh, easy, easy, damsel Dustmite. You have a long way to go. It is a good start, but you are not contenders. You do not get to the Gallic brothers by beating a few shit-stained novices. Though, to be honest, I hope you make it. I am weary of you nagging me.
What do we need to do to face them?
Gods and peace, not you too. Just concentrate on the next round. For annoying me, I am adding lions this time. They have not eaten for days. You are their dinner. Find me when you are ready.
If what Kensa says is true, any of the gladiators could be working for the Crocodile. There might be evidence here of the jobs the Gallic brothers did. Maybe even the identity of their patron.
We are on our way, old friend. After all this time, I might finally get my shot at the Gallic brothers. And it's thanks to you.
I would like nothing more. What about these other contracts you mentioned earlier?
Oh, the righteous Bayek is willing to dirty his hands. Times have changed, Seni. I suppose it is hard to be a Magi all the time. You will have to ask Felix about those. Quietly.
The best way to reach the Crocodile is to beat the Gallic brothers. As if I needed more reason to slit the throats of Shadia's killers. Felix, I've heard some gladiators are chosen for extra work.
You heard wrong. And if there was an arrangement, you would have much more to do to earn your way in. Your job, you upstart dog noble, is to fight. That is it. You earn your gold in the pit, or you do not earn it.
Then that is what I will do. We are ready.
Finally. They are asking about you too at the arena in Sarin. Put on a good show and we all profit.
How often do you fight lions?
Only when Felix can get them. They are much more expensive than men volunteering for a beating.
Seems little honor to me nowadays.
He'll only be eaten by it. Besides, it's caged. We will be fine. As long as we don't free it.
The Magi and the slave girl are unstoppable. More ferocious than wild beasts.
I thought the lions were caged.
There are no rules in the arena, Seni.
Promoted for this. Let's finish this, Senu. I'll have your guts, Horson! The Guardians of Siwa are victorious once again! Could the Gallic brothers be next?
Hanichiru.
Simba Owl. Simba
Where's Kensa?
Her talents were required elsewhere today. You are going to have to win this one alone. You will be fine.
Another errand for the unknown patron?
Fighters who ask too many questions do not survive. It is a dangerous job. Accidents happen.
I am only keen to prove myself.
Then win this match. You will get your chance against the brothers. Beat them, and you will be noticed.
Is Kenzo okay? Holy Anubis. I have to win this.
Stand and fight! You will regret this. The Magi is not missing his partner! What a warrior! Are you watching, Crocodile? Is this the rise of a new challenger? Will the Gallic brothers keep their crown?
I am sorry I left you to fight alone, but I hear you did me proud.
Felix sent you out on a job. What was it for?
I'll tell you everything in good time, brother. Just know that our future has never looked brighter. Bye. This is the moment we've longed for. Our chance to seize the mantle of champions. Felix awaits!
My position, Gere.
You have done well for a country corner rat. Your time has come. The crowd is bored with Viridovics and Diovikos destroying opponents with ease. I am counting on you to make this entertaining. One more thing. Do not kill anyone. I want my top 4 fighters alive for rematches. I have given the Gauls the same order.
All right, we will not kill them. But no promises about pain and humiliation. This is it, Bayek. Our big moment. They will build monuments and scroll our names across temples after this. We will be a...
Here are the contenders to the crown! The Guardians of Siwa! Undefeated! Unmatched! It's the Gallic Brothers!
Crocodile!
The Gallic brothers are defeated!
You killed the child of Shadia! That is the least to deserve!
The lighthouse! We didn't kill her, I swear! We have done many terrible things, Siwa, but the murder of the child is not one of them.
All hail the new champions!
We were
The
there.
guardians of Siwa!
Capture the girl and take her to Berenice, to the crocodile! It was she who drowned the child, took a book from her, ordered a stone tied to her ankles, and pushed her in the water. There was nothing we could do.
This is the real reason you came to me, isn't it? To uncover this patron, this crocodile. Bayek, why didn't you confide in me? Huh? I would have helped you.
You're a mercenary, just
Now,
like them. I couldn't take the chance.
What fate awaits the fallen?
No.
Will it be life
Bayek,
or death?
you know me better than...
Death!
Bayek, you have to know!
Βαρχευμένον έσχεται.
So it was Berenice. She is the crocodile. She is the one who killed Shadia. She is the one who has brought ruin to so many. She calls herself the sponsor of Fayum's prosperity and culture. And her influence is felt throughout the region. Her wealth comes from her estate north of the city. Kerkesucha Granary, the largest in all of Egypt. She has arranged a symposium with others of influence in Fayum. Every night, she retires to her villa, where she courts their favor with bribes and silvered words.
Then that is where I will find her. Thank you for everything, my friend. What will you do now?
I will retire to our family villa. I need a drink. Henut and I must mourn in peace. Farewell, Bayek. Once you have done what you must, we would be glad to see you again.
Ουδεπόποτε εόρανα η αυτήν αφρονία. Άλογος πράξης αλόγου ανθρώπου.
Χάρη, με τι
I should be cautious around here.
Ξέρω.
Η κατάσταση περιπλέκεται, ώστε τρίτον έστι απειένουν.
Are you enjoying your new station, my champion?
Yes, my lady. It is everything.
Hey, what the...
I got you.
The egg.
What? Eat this, you shit! So sludgy!
Yes, my lady.
Kensa, is this the luxury you sought? To be a slave to an enemy of Egypt?
Hey!
Did he tell us anything of value?
No, my lady.
A pity. Dispose of the body, along with the others. Tear his heart out.
I must not fail!
Oh, shit. Have to repair that.
Mind that!
Murdered by one of you.
Shadia.
Who?
Shadia! She was the child you drowned!
Like all of your kind, you fail to see what greatness lies in store for Egypt.
Is that what you tell yourself? You do not remember those you killed? She was the child of Henut and Hotefres.
Henot was a stubborn rock. That ledger would have meant the end to all our hopes.
You destroyed families.
I did what had to be done.
I will destroy everything you stand for, Berenike! And I will destroy all others like you! But for now, all that matters is that you killed Shadia! And the last word you will remember is her name! Shadia!
Keep the Gideon safe.
I wonder how Hotefres and Henut are. I should visit them.
Wake up! Layla, now! I need you! There's a van in the alleyway! Oh, God!
A van? Aya, what are you trying?
Forget about Aya! Abstergo's here! They must have found out about... Oh, shit! Fuck!
See? Oh. Shit! They're here too!
Okay, Layla, listen. I know you. And I know you'll find a way out of this.
Picked up that blade I found.
Good.
تذكر عليك التخلص من الهدف.
How's it going?
Bad. I have to do this. It's them or me.
تاخذ روحك.
صرنا الهدف التنوي جاري يخرج حال من مقبالها علي.
No, don't! Please! No!
طبعا القضاء على.
D? Oh, D. No. Fuck you, Abstergo! I'm saying this through! If you're listening to this, you work for Abstergo, and I'm dead. Do me a favor, and make sure Sophia Ricken hears it. My dream was to work on the Animus Project. I waited 12 years. Waiting got me nowhere. So I built an Animus that lets me access anyone's memories, even ancestors not my own. I even witnessed the origins of the Assassins. Artifacts, tombs that were supposed to be stuff of legends, I found them. By killing me, you've lost all this knowledge. I understand why you thought I had to die. But did you have to kill my best friend? Why did she? Oh, Habibti. I should have listened to you.
I should visit them. I've killed all these Nekatiadet. Apollodorus must be told. To Heraklion.